This morning, I have I'm honored to have with me several council members. The Mayor Pro Tem Ellen Cohen is here. Councilmember Jack Christie, Councilmember Martha Castak Tatum, Councilmember Carlos Cisneros, and then representatives from a number of different groups, and you'll be hearing from several of them this morning. Um, Look, this has been a busy year, and I think that will probably be an understatement. And I certainly want to acknowledge and thank Constable May Walker, the League of Women Voters, Houston, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Mia Familia Vota, NALIO, did I get that right? It's N-A-L, NALIO, okay? NALIO, all right. Say Something Texas, Bobby Singh, Mike Will with the LGBTQ caucus, Parker Sheffy with the LGBTQ caucus, Tammy Wallace with LGBT Chamber, Lou Weaver with Equality Texas. We have representatives from the Link organization that are here. Where are my links? Just raise your hand. Thank you all for being here. And then we have millennials that are present as well. You know, we are all here, the millennials. Look, today this is, I would like to thank all of the millennials who are joining us and others and many other community and business leaders for being here today. And then we've got pastors and ministers and people from different faith-based communities and organizations that are here. So all different, the diversity of the city of Houston is represented. I asked everyone to gather on this election day eve as a show of unity and a reminder of the importance of voting on Tuesday, November 6th. We are not here this morning to endorse any candidates or causes, not even the propositions. We're not here to endorse any candidate or causes. But we simply, Justin Robinson with the Houston Urban League is here. Thank you, Justin. But simply to say that if you didn't vote during early voting, you can still make a difference. So we've got Democrats, Republicans, all of us who are standing here today. This is all about reminding people, if you didn't vote during early voting, you can still vote tomorrow. But tomorrow is the very last day. Early voting ended last Friday. And throughout the 2-week period, the turnout in Harris County has surpassed the entire turnout for the 2014 midterm elections. And this is the first time Harris County is going to have a presidential type voter turnout, and most people voted early, which is a good thing. We're seeing a lot of positive trends in this year's election. Young people are voting in large numbers. Give it up to the young people. They are engaged, and we are excited. I'm just excited to see people participating in the electoral process. So millennials, young people, they're engaged and participating in this civic process. Along with Hispanics, they are participating in big numbers. And there's a great deal of excitement about competitive races up and down the ballot. And it's just uplifting, quite frankly, to see on national television when people are talking about the number of people that are voting in Texas, because Texas historically has been an undervoting state, and now from Houston to San Antonio, all over the state of Texas, people are voting, and Houston certainly, I believe, is leading the way. But our job is not done. And we must keep the momentum going on Election Day. That's the main thing, keeping the momentum going on Election Day. For those who plan to vote tomorrow when the polls open, remember you must go to your assigned polling location on Election Day. Another reason why we are having this press conference. What I've noticed that after previous elections, on Election Day, hundreds of people, they go to the early voting locations, hundreds of them. And so notice, time out. Early voting is over, and now you must go to your designated neighborhood polling location. So wherever you live in your neighborhood, You have to find that particular polling place. Do not, and this is for Harris County, because I believe in Fort Bend, they still have their designated early voting places, okay? But in Harris County, you have to go to your local residential neighborhood polling place, not to where the early voting location was. And as a reminder, Election Day hours are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everyone in line at 7 p.m. will be allowed to vote. And don't forget your ID in order to vote. So tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and if you're in line, and when 7 p.m. comes, you can remain right there in line. You will be eligible to vote. I encourage employees to give your employees time to go to vote, either by extending their lunch or allowing them to leave early, for instance. And that includes even city employees, although I know every city employee has already early voted. I mean, I just know that they have. But in case they have not, I do encourage every eligible city employee to take the time tomorrow and go and vote. That is your civic responsibility. And to every person in the city of Houston, I expect you to go and exercise your right. If you're still unsure what's on the ballot, you can go to www.harrisvotes.com. That's harrisvotes.com to find a sample ballot and your polling location. So if you don't know where to go, let's say if you live in Northeast Houston or Southwest or Central Houston, and you don't know where to go to vote, please go to www.harrisvotes.com to find the sample ballot. And is it .org? Okay, let me back up. If you're still unsure what's on the ballot or where you can go, where your polling place is, go to www.harrisvotes.org. harrisvotes.org to find the sample ballot and your polling location. The stakes are simply too high in each competitive race up and down the ballot, and the outcome of the city's propositions A and B is vastly important. Like every election, this is about the future of our city, our state, and our country. No one can afford to be a spectator in this election cycle. Everybody need to leave the stands and participate in the arena. Tomorrow, we are all gladiators, and so we need to come out and participate. Everybody needs to participate in making our city and our country a better place to live. And I urge all registered voters in the city of Houston to vote, because there's a lot at stake in the voting booth. And throughout history, people marched, fought, and gave their lives for the right to vote, and we cannot let them down. And each one of us has a responsibility to participate in the process. So for today, doesn't matter who you're going to vote for. We just simply want you to go and exercise your right to vote. And then, find out what's on the ballot, find your voting location, and then go and participate. Hallie, why are you sitting out there?
There's so many important people.
Okay, Hallie. And so that's the main thing. And look, the good news is that Houston again can be on the national maps just by voting in large numbers. This is the most diverse city in the United States. And we can make ourselves proud just by participating in the political process. And that's a good thing, and everyone benefits.